Number 12 on the list, Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit. Yes, I will say his name. In a ladder match, 2001. And folks, this match, I hadn't seen this match in years. Been a long time. In preparation for this episode, I watched all these matches back. And I think this is the match that makes me upset when I watch the ladder matches now. I think this is why I get pissed off when I say I don't like multi-man ladder matches. And I think subconsciously it was matches like this that started that trend, because despite it being a ladder match, to go back to your Bret Hart, Razor Ramon argument, this felt like a fight. This felt like a fight. This felt more back and forth. Yes, there's some outlandishness here, right? Like who the fuck, like, you know, who the fuck's gonna take a diving headbutt from the top of the ladder to an empty pool, as they say, just straight down to the goddamn. Just the CTE percentage is crazy on that thing. And then the one that kept replaying, I think because it tickled King so much, the dive through the ropes. When Benoit dives through the ropes and Jericho just bonks him with that goddamn chair. And again, just a front bump right to the fucking floor. This entire, or the pictures, all the pictures from the walls of Jericho on the top of the ladder when they held that position on the goddamn thing.
Fire. That was so crazy.
Fucking good. These two had such amazing chemistry together. They could do a wrestling match, a regular wrestling match, all goddamn day long. But the fact that they were able to do it with the ladder, to me, this stands out. It's one of the best ladder matches of all time. You can't talk me off that hill. If I did a top 5, just one-on-one ladder matches, this would be on that list. It's also one of the things, because I'm a historian and I'm always thinking of the old shit, that I laughed because many moons later, I'll say about 7 years later, in 2008, when Shawn Michaels is feuding with Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels challenged Jericho to a ladder match. And he was talking about the ladder match like, I want to challenge you to a match that some say that I innovated, that I made famous, and this, so on, and the forth. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you had 2. The guy you're challenging has had like 5 at this point. And he's super good at it. I don't think this is a good idea. And Jericho did win that ladder match. But it's sneaky. Jericho is sneaky like that. If you look through Jericho's career, he's been in every fucking kind of match you can think of. And he's won his fair share of them. And Jericho always finds himself like there. He's the Jeff Teague of WWE. He just always seems to just be right there when everything's going down. So this is by far one of my favorite ladder matches of all time. You sent me a screenshot of like the exact impact. And it's so funny, when you sent it, we were driving from work. Steph was on my phone because we were listening to music in the car on YouTube. And the blip came up of text message, and it was a picture. And my wife goes, "What the hell is this?" And she clicks it, and it's the fucking bump that you said. Just, why the fuck is he sending you a picture of Chris Benoit just front bumping for no goddamn reason? I said, because it was goddamn awesome. That's why. Get your fucking weight up.
You read the rest, right? I was a picture of like,
yeah,
like me in 2026. That was literally my reaction. I'm watching it, and I saw it. I'm like, because I see him up there, and he's getting ready to jump, and I'm like, oh, this is a fire spot. And then Jericho just goes,
yeah.
I was like, I literally just did that. I said, oh no. When I react like that, I usually 9 times out of 10, if I send you a picture of something, I reacted like that when I saw it.
The sell. That's usually when he hits the mat and then curls up and just
that's not a sell. That's not a sell. That's real life. The wind gone from his lungs. No, that. So the thing that stood out to me really in this one is to your point about like ladder matches. My memory of the last ladder match was like the 16 ladder match that happened, And if I remember correctly, there was like a 3-minute stretch where nothing was happening.
Yeah.
And it's because they were setting up all the spots on the outside. Literally, I don't know if they intentionally did this, but everyone started to set up a spot at the same time. They were even helping each other do the spot. So nobody was fighting. 3 minutes went by, and now assholes are like flipping all over the place.
Yeah.
This was a one-on-one match, and it had more action than that match had in the entire match. It was not. It felt like there were 6 people in the ring. These guys were all over the fucking place. The spots they were pulling off, the jumps on top of the ladder, the walls of Jericho on the ladder, the crowd itself. I don't know if the audio today is clearly different from the audio then, but that building was on their fucking feet. That they were blowing that building the fuck up, man. I like the crowd cheering stood out very distinctively and while I was watching it. So yeah, when I was watching this, I'm like, yeah, I can tell why he doesn't like the new shit or the newer ones because we beat it to death. But like, even with all those people in that match, you're not getting this amount of intensity and creativity, even when you have all those people in the ring. This is very tough to live up to. This match was insane.
There's an old interview I saw back in the day where some of the boys from that era, they always said, you had a good match when you popped JR on commentary. When the match is over and JR is losing his fucking mind, you had a great fucking match. And JR was going off when this match was over. What a goddamn great ass match. Even King, who stops being a heel for a moment, just goes, what a match. Like, it just, Jesus Christ. Sometimes I feel like King used to kind of feel a little type of way because he was a great wrestler in his own right. He's arguably one of the all-time greats, Jerry the King Lawler. But then he would be ringside and call some of these matches like that, just go, thank God it's not me. Thank God I'm not the one in there doing this shit because Jesus Christ.